They're off. 19 of them then jump away for the day 2 finale. The Weatherbys Champion Bumper. Madman's Game with the green cap is prominent, with Top Dog in a black jacket, the white-faced Godo, one of the greys towards the left, Ocean of Mercy in an orange jacket, and further left, Houlanbatordechais. Not far off the leaders early on, Spanish Present, who's towards the right, got a white-faced striped cap as well. He's followed over there by Music Drive in the light blue and grey. Redemption Day with the light green sleeves tracks the leaders towards the inner, followed there by Call Me Harry, the purple and yellow, and Viva De Vito in the maroon and white stripes, who's held up in midfield. One or two jostling for a position. Facile Vega, red colours with the blue sleeves. Patrick Mullins already wiping a bit of mud from his goggles, and in about 11th or 12th position at this stage as they head towards the end of the first half mile and into the turn. The early back marker is Poetic Music. Just in front of Poetic Music, Ain't No Sunshine and Authorised Speed. So Madman's Game and Godo in the yellow disputed on the incline to Houlanbatordechais and then Spanish Present. Top Dog and Ocean of Mercy race next, followed by Redemption Day and then James's Gate, dark jacket with a red cap. Our Jester in a pink cap is in midfield, and then Music Drive, who cuts the corner closest to the running rail, being followed by Call Me Harry. American Mike is racing out wide in mid-division ahead of Facile Vega and Joyeux Machin. And then among those who are being held up at this stage, Seabank Bistro with the yellow sleeves and cap racing in the back third of the field. Authorised Speed and Poetic Music continue towards the rear. Ain't No Sunshine is another of those who's in the back third. Viva De Vito is being held up, and the whole field are covered by around 10 or 12 lengths as they now meander and zigzag their way across the far side in the gathering gloom. And Houlanbatordechais has pulled his way to the front. He looks slightly awkward as well. He's pulling very hard and wants to lean right all the time, but he has moved on by a couple of lengths. To Godo, who's just about heading the pursuit with Madman's Game, the green cap. Spanish Present, the striped jacket, disputing fourth with Ocean of Mercy, followed through by Redemption Day, and then towards the outer of those with the red cap, American Mike under Jamie Codd would be about 6 lengths off this free-going leader, Houlanbatordechais. Racing towards the outside of the field, Joyeux Machin, Seabank Bistro is still weighted with, but he's going to make some progress in a striped jacket. Facile Vega, blue sleeves, red jacket in his slipstream with Our Jester. James's Gate is tucked away slightly worse than mid-division with Top Dog, who's one off the rail, as Houlanbatordechais and Rachel Blackmore lead them on the descent. They're heading now for the last 3/4 of a mile, and the lead stands at about 4 lengths over Madman's Game, who's just shading second. American Mike is racing close up with the red cap. Seabank Bistro is his shadow. Redemption Day tracking the leaders still, the pale green sleeves, as they zigzag their way on the descent towards the last half mile. Houlanbatordechais, the grey, is now being reeled back by the pursuers and is headed by American Mike and Madman's Game, who go on. Redemption Day is sticking towards the inside of the track. It is being followed there by James's Gate with the red cap. Facile Vega is now beginning to make progress behind him, and he's got himself into about 5th position. Blue sleeves becoming increasingly brown, but he's going to be towards the inner as they swing for home. So the leading cluster, it's American Mike with Facile Vega looming up to come alongside. Seabank Bistro is next into the straight, followed by James's Gate and then Authorised Speed, and Facile Vega has stormed to the frontier. Moves on from American Mike. James's Gate in third is still staying on. They've got 200 yards to cover, and it's Facile Vega and Patrick Mullins, and more significantly Willie Mullins. It's going to be a 12th Weatherbys Champion Bumper. Facile Vega in a rout from American Mike. James's Gate have followed home in fourth by Seabank Bistro, then Authorised Speed, and Poetic Music from Out of the Clouds was never nearer.
Willie Mullins has ended the day 2 of the 2022 Cheltenham Festival in the way that he began it, with success. He won with Sir Gerhard. In between, he won the Queen Mother Champion Chases first with the Nergamine, and now he's won the Bumper with Facile Vega. All of that fuss. Favourite wins?
Yeah, I mean, Facile Vega was very good. He's shown me at home that he's always good. And I was really worried about conditions here today, but he relished it, you know, and Patrick was cool on him. I thought he went around the middle of the field, but I didn't think it was ideal with all that kickback coming back. But it was such a windy course. I mean, it was a tough decision by stewards and that to do what they did, and it was great they did it quickly. and we got the race run.
He really travelled through the race. I was taking to him all the time.
That's what I just see at home every day. He just travels when we do work. This horse just travels, and so now you're seeing what I see, and he really impressed me in Leopardstown. Just impressed me again today. So he's a real sort, and Gordon, thinks a huge amount of American Mike. There was great confidence behind him. So, and he just ranged up beside him and went on when he wanted to. Yeah. So
I
he's
suspect
a real good sort. Yeah.
I suspect it's another very, very high quality bumper, as it usually is. Are you seeing him as
we think a lot of James's Gate, and there's a couple more Madman's Game, Seabank Bishop. They're all good horses, and he's just better than them all. They'll all be graded winners, I think.
And despite the conditions here, a speedy type, and we've seen that, haven't we?
It was the fast time, was it?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said it was a speedy time.
Just the way he went through the race.
I'm really impressed he's able to do that in these conditions. I thought he might need better ground to be as impressive as he was in Leopardstown.
You suggest he's going to be versatile as well when he moves to hurdles.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well, many questions. I very much doubt whether it was a good time, but nonetheless, it was a victory.
Thank you very much.
Patrick Mullins is being celebrated like he's a rock star here in the Winners' Enclosure after he's won the Champion Bumper on Facile Vega. All of that fuss beforehand, he still did it easily.
Yeah, it's not the champion chase, but it's a help. No, huge buzz. So the lads, coming from Quevaga, that gives this fella a huge following, and to write a favourite to Winston Cheltenham, there's always a great bit of atmosphere, and I think everyone enjoyed that immensely. Yeah.
Have you known them for a very long time?
Have I which?
Have you known them for a very long time?
Well, of course, they're from before Quevaga, back 1,000 Stars and all that. So.
Your mum was suggesting that they were at school with you. Some of them were at school.
Oh, well, I think they might just be photobombing. Actually, I'm not sure they actually own any of them. Yes, look, we made no secret we like this horse from a long start of the season. We nominated him. I rode him last spring, and I gave him a squeeze, and Willie had a very stern face to him afterwards. He thought I did too much, but he from that far ago, he's been giving us a great feel,
And tell us about riding in that race. Obviously, they went and inspected the course. They had to put in a sort of chicane. What was that like?
Wacky racers. I mean, bumpers the bumpers are called bumpers for a reason. They're like bumper cars. But I didn't get a fantastic start. They went fast, and then I was kind of following Paul Town, and he nearly got brought down after a furlong, which knocked us back. And it's been a bit like a pinball machine for the first until I got past the stands, and I've been trying to find a bit of space. And then I just saw Jamie on the outside, and I just wheeled out and said I'm going to follow him. And luckily, I had Brian Hayes as my landlord on my outside of me, and he was looking after me a bit when we were going in and out around the hurdles, which was difficult, but I was just cantering everywhere.
That was so noticeable, and Willie was worried about whether this ground would blunt his pace, but it just didn't at all.
No, but look, he's a fine big horse. Quevaga handled this ground. He sluiced through it. I was a little worried how he'd handled the preliminaries, being a walk in the park, but he walked around lovely. Dave Porter kept him very relaxed. He got a little hot walking down the chute, but once he's going, he's fine. That's a huge asset to have a horse. He wasn't running keen. He could have very easily got lit up with all the bumps we got early on, but he stayed settled, and every time I needed to get into a gap, he was able to get me into it before I even thought it, and that makes a huge difference in a race like that, where it's tight, and then you're going in and out, and the gaps are changing every second.
He's going to be one hell of a hurdler, isn't he?
Well, he'll be a great bumper horse and punch down first, and he has the physique to jump chases as well. And I think he's very intelligent, so he should be able to jump very well.
You mentioned his mum, Quevaga, who's a legend at the festival. It's just great to see her legend being continued by her son.
Sure, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. No, she's a very special mare in every regard. So we have his brother coming along now.
What's his name? Have you named it?
Well, he only got born last month, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Well, there's a few of them, but there's another one coming anyway. So.
Okay. Now, you mentioned it at the start. I hate to bring it back to you, but what happened with Chakan?
I don't know. He's met it spot on. He's just put down, and when he landed, he sort of stumbled for a stride and sent me. He's found a leg, but we've slowed down. He's gone a bit right. I come off the side door. Very frustrating. But again, he just wasn't jumping like I thought he could.
I think
I better go on.
You better have.
Thanks.
Congratulations.